All right, I am joined by two members of the American Association of Zookeepers. They're here to tell us about some ways that you can raise money for wildlife while having fun, of course. So welcome to First Coast Living.
Thank you.
First, what is AZAC?
So AZAC Jacksonville is the local chapter of the American Association of Zookeepers. So we're a nonprofit organization and we raise awareness and money for wildlife conservation all around the world.
And how can people get involved with that then?
So there's a lot of different ways to get involved. AZAC Jacksonville, we've been around since 1987. It's been an active chapter since 1987, and you know, our community has helped us to raise money, and we support all different organizations like the International Rhino Foundation, Turtle Survival Alliance, and Friends of the Florida Panther.
And I imagine there are fundraisers, or how do you get people to get involved?
Our biggest fundraiser of the year is called Bowling for Rhinos. It's been going on for years, and this year we're partnering with Canine Social.
Okay.
We'll be there tonight from 6 to 9.
Okay.
We'll have merchandise available, including our t-shirt for the year. We'll have auction items, a doggy costume contest, and a chance drawing. And then tomorrow night we'll be at the Bat Family Fun Center from 6 to 9 as well, and the same thing. We'll have the merchandise, the auction items, and other chance
And the proceeds all go to that.
Yep, food and drink proceeds, and shout out to Bold City Brewery. Bold City Brewery has always been a supporter of us, and this is our 34th annual Bowling for Rhinos event.
Well, that's I like the bowling part of it too, and I see the bowling pin here. So you actually told me before we got started that that was painted by an animal. And they had me guess, and I was completely wrong. So why don't you tell everyone and tell us what, I mean, this is an auction item, right?
Okay. So every year we try to have at least 2 or 3 different bowling pins in the auction. It's like a tradition. This year we had never done it before. This is actually painted by stingrays.
That is bizarre to me.
Yeah. They have rigged the system so the stingrays are in the water and they bop the brush, and the keeper holds the pin. So I don't know how long it took exactly, but it came out really beautiful. Like, we didn't know what to expect.
You always have an animal do it when you do the pins?
Yeah.
That is so neat. Okay, let's talk about the t-shirt design too, because you mentioned that as well.
Me and Kayla have our
Yes.
shirts. We have 3 different colors this year, and the theme of this year's t-shirt is to celebrate our wildlife rangers.
Oh, there we go.
So there's rangers out there in all different countries risking their lives every day to protect wild habitats and species. And so our Bowling for Rhinos event, we're trying to protect the 5 species of rhino that are left in Africa and Indonesia.
I didn't realize there were 5 species.
5 species, yeah.
That's
2 species in Africa and 3 species in Indonesia.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, so there is also a drawing.
Yes.
People can win. What can they win, and how do they get involved in the drawing?
So to participate, we do ask that you come out to the event.
Okay.
So we have a chance drawing for a getaway in St. Augustine. The Guy Harvey Resort donated a package for a getaway.
Amazing.
And then we usually do like a 50-50 raffle. So half the money that we collect for the night, that person would win half the funds.
Oh, that's so fun. And how do they go about doing that? And so you want that in person, is what you're saying, for them to sign up?
Chance drawings are in person.
Okay.
The auction does not have to be in person. People can participate online. So we have a link. I'm sure you've got some details up there, so you guys can
so
kind
you're
of check
kind of
out.
telling them to go to the Facebook page, right? Facebook.com.
Or if you
And
go
we have a
to
QR code as well.
If you go to the website 32auctions.com/BFR 2023.
Okay.
That'll take you directly to the auction.
Okay.
And you can see everything that we have. It started on Wednesday, so there are already several bids, and it ends 8:30 on Saturday. So if you're there, you can collect your item if you win it. Otherwise, we usually send them out.
Yep.
And if somebody wants to get involved, I mean, do you take donations as well as volunteers?
Yes.
Okay.
You can directly donate through the auction site.
Okay.
There's options to do that. And volunteers, anybody can join AZAC. I think you have to be at least 13.
Okay.
But we take members, and if they're interested in getting more information, we can always provide that if they want to come out.
Wonderful. Well, great work you're doing. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I can't wait to see the next animal that creates a beautiful bowling pin.
All right,
and
thank you.
we've got much more. Stick around. We'll be right back.